Smell that? It's time for a swing dance reaction video.
No, no, no.
Woo! Greetings and salutations. Welcome to Street Smart Swing. My name is Jamin Jackson, also known as the Galactic Swing Dance Umpire. And I am super elated to be scrutinizing another Lindy Hop video today. It looks as if we are going to OSF 2020. I'm going to be watching an improv solo little moment between two instructors. I'm really excited to see these two instructors improv because I've seen them for a long time, I've known their dancing, and it's going to be interesting to see what they do today. So I'm going to give you guys exactly what I think about this particular improvisation here in a moment. Do not let your hearts be troubled. You know I will tell you the truth about how I feel, so this is a truth-filled zone. So if you want to hear my opinion, stay tuned after we watch this video. All right, Oxford Swing Festival. This is great. Looks like it happened a couple days ago. My eyes are going to be pretty fixed on these two. I've seen these two mature over the years, so I'm always curious to see if there's still hunger to be innovating. Good dancing. Let's talk about it. That was really special, guys. You know what I really appreciate about these two dancers? I know Hyunjung's been in the scene for a long time. A long time, guys. So you will definitely want to check out some of her older videos from the last 10 years. But what I love about her is she stuck around. There's an old saying that says, stick and stay and you will get your pay. And for me, what that means in this kind of art form is that eventually you'll go from being the excited child with all the energy and, youth, and eventually you begin to mature a little bit and your taste become a little bit more refined and your ears become a little bit more sensitive to the nuances and the music. And it's fascinating to see her go through this maturation process where I don't actually see a different her. I actually see the adult version of her. And I love that. Now, when it comes to Felipe, he's a little bit newer in the scene. I remember when I first met him, we were teaching a couple weeks ago. Well, actually, it wasn't a couple weeks ago, months ago. I can't remember where it was at. It was in America somewhere. And we were talking about the first time we met, and I couldn't remember. I was thinking, wait a minute, we did meet at that time. And I think I remembered his dancing. Very young, very excited, lots of energy, just boiling over. And usually when you're young, your awareness of things is just kind of like tunnel vision. You know, you just see what's right in front of you. And I think that's important when you're a young dancer. You want to stay focused and you don't really want to lose who you are. So you've kind of got tunnel vision. But it's been great to see how his perspective on his dancing has now opened up so that you can see it opened. It's open in a way where you can see ideas and then actually apply those ideas without losing who you are. So I see the same Felipe that I saw 7-8 years ago in Germany, but I see a more refined Felipe now. I don't really see him abdicating who he is too much. I will say a lot of his movements, the tone of his movement is a little bit derivative of some of the other popular dancers who've been around for a long time. That's not a harsh criticism to his dancing. What I do see is that it's a very distinct choice that he's using as a template to embellish the personality that he has naturally. And I think that's good. That's admirable. Because what I saw in this particular performance is I saw something that was choreographed that could have not been choreographed. And I also saw something that was social dance that looked like it wasn't choreographed. And I think that's great. That sounds like it's contradicting itself, but it isn't. I loved this performance because even though it was choreographed to fit the music perfectly in certain spots, they did not lose a sense of basic swing. They only did like basic movements where I could equally see the leader and the follower moving. It's beautiful. I could tell they loved that song. I could tell Felipe was enjoying that song based on the syncopations he was putting in certain parts. You could tell it was like, yes, that's what we're going to do. She was hitting it too. She was mimicking the same thing. So it's great to see them take a song like this that's very playful and embellish it in a way that's just enough. Not too much, not too little. I felt like this is a social dance song that needed some embellishment in a very fine-tuned, nuanced way. And they nailed that. That's what I love to see. I want to see people mature, but I don't want to see people abdicate who they are. And so I'm proud of Felipe in this footage because it looks like he's being himself. I can see that he's taken an artistic choice to kind of branch off in a different direction tonally to kind of match some of the continuous movement and flow concepts that are kind of that have been proliferated by many other dancers that have come before. But I'm proud that he has not taken the easy route, which is to let me just kind of pretend that, you know, it's okay to just imitate everybody else and just stay in that zone. He didn't do that, and I'm super happy. I think he's taking it in a new direction in terms of manipulating that technique in a way that's a bit more nuanced, but it's exactly like who he is in terms of personality. Same with Hyunjung. She's like, it's like a sweet glass of wine. It's perfect. It's perfect. In fact, she's one of my top followers of all time. She's in one of my all-time lists, and it's really weird how Lindy Hop works because it's a very kinesthetic type experience for the people who are doing it. But for those who are watching, you don't have a clue on what it feels like. And she's one of the best dancers in the world, in my opinion, in terms of being able to move with the person, to remain vulnerable in a way, to still hear the music and yet be able to share energy without disrupting that process. She can create as she goes and still follow at the same time. I think that's extremely special. However, what did you guys think about this particular performance? I think this is a special one This is one that goes down in the books that people go, oh, that was pretty cool, and then it gets better as you go back and watch it. Because I think these dancers at a level of maturity now where I call it 30 plus. When you hit 30 years old, you start kind of maturing off a little bit, and you start to be very selective about how you use your energy. You're doing less because less really is more, and it's becoming more refined. I loved this. There was nothing I didn't like about this one. That's rare for me to say. It's very rare for me to say. So let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section. If you've never done this type of dancing, this is Lindy Hop. This is social dancing. In fact, what they didn't have to be choreographed because he could lead that and she could follow all of that stuff. That's what's beautiful about it. I spent years traveling the world teaching this stuff. I spent over 10,000 hours trying to figure out the mechanics of this so I could communicate it to people who don't know how to dance. And I wanted them to be able to take the concepts and apply them immediately and begin to go through that growth process. And if they wanted to rapidly increase their ability to dance, they could easily do that without having any misunderstanding of what's right, what's wrong, what's subjective, what's objective. They could instantly understand that and be able to go through the maturation process. So I can tell you right now, after all those years and all those hours of dancing, I'm having more fun now than I did when I first started. So it only gets better once you mature. So don't take a long time to mature. I encourage you to check out my fundamentals membership below in the description. It will save your dancing life. It will keep you sane where you're not going crazy thinking that it takes a long time to get good at this. If you want a sample of that course, I encourage you to check out. I've got like 30 other courses there, free courses, so you can kind of see how we approach Lindy Hop. You can actually get some of my cool moves. I have a home studio here. I'm creating stuff all the time. We're posting every Monday and Tuesday for our students. So check that out if you like. Guys, this was great. OSF 2020. Hyunjung and Felipe Improv. This was fantastic. This will go down in the books as one of the best ones this year. So keep an eye on. Let me know what you thought about this particular improv in the comment section. If I don't get a chance to see some of your comments in the comment section, hopefully I get a chance to have you in one of my classes online. Take care.